gotta get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Hello, people. All right, NACT time.
High risk, high reward type of characters. You need to be landing those
what
abyssal arrows. You
part
need
T?
to keep up that pressure
turn
because
this up.
I feel like Selena really kind of falters if your team is behind. There's not much she can do because after she lands those abyssal arrows, she has to metamorphosize, run into there to do that that insane amount of damage to finish off a player and then try to get out to safety, which easier said than done when you are ahead.
Atlas.
Or it's easier when you're ahead, but it comes at a huge risk when you're behind.
Yeah, so I mean, Selena is kind of, it's interesting the way that works, almost like a Magic Franco, right? So we'll have to see how that works. You got to just, because the thing is that one arrow, if you miss a ton of them, that one arrow could change the course of the game, just like that one hook could do the same, right? So we'll have to see how that plays out. But we were talking about it before the first picks even came out private. That is going to be Atlas being secured by Vendetta. The response, the obvious response, because they don't want it to get banned out, is the Diggy pickup here from Simpsons. So, I mean, that's the best answer, right? A lot of the times when Atlas is picked, we see the Diggy banned out. So now that they have that, now that they have that time
Atlas
journey,
and they didn't ban Diggy.
it's great. But the downside right now for the Simpsons in the first three picks is they're quite squishy, right? And if for some reason
Selena?
we see this, I'm assuming it's the jungle Paquito.
Selena
'cause
mid lane.
right now Pogi he's played it before. It works really well. He runs with that high and dry emblem, able to get those early
What's up with
kills
picking
early on.
Atlas and not banning
And
Diggy?
That's the scary thing, right? Is that burst damage coming out from jungle Paquito. So everybody over here on The Simpsons so far is pretty squishy. If those kills go early on to the Paquito, it's going to be a heyday basically. And then, you know, you have Irithil at some point just coming online, locks in the items that she needs. And
I don't like
unleashes.
Selena
So
mid lane.
those
I don't
last
like
two picks
Selena
for The
roam
Simpsons
either.
is going to be very crucial. Like I said, you want to have that durability, that tankiness to just round everything out here, right? So
Like, you
going
have to be
the
really
final
good to
ban phase. You can already
get
see
that
Esmeralda
Selena
being
to
taken out,
work.
the Julian there, Amon. They want to take out the junglers. I would be surprised though. Maybe the Simpsons just go with a full send lineup, right? Just they want to go fast, hard, and just end it quick. We have seen some 10-minute games, right? 10, 11-minute games. The thing about that though is this is the best time to do it. In the best of 5, this is game number 1. If you want to try something out, if you want to be a little more risky, like you mentioned,
Where's Ghost of
Selena
Zero?
alone is high risk, high
Where's
reward.
Ure?
Now's
Is that
the
his
time
name?
to do it.
Is that his name?
Yeah, it is pretty interesting if they could
Where's
go
Zero?
either that way. I mean, if you're trying to round out the composition,
So on
I see
Vendetta
maybe
today.
potentially a Baratz You still have that jungle, and you still have that fighter. Oh, they're going to go with potentially a tankarina here on Fallen. So, I mean, yeah, so you do have that tankiness. We're going to be waiting to see what Promise picks up for that XP lane as well. Because honestly, this is kind of flexible. It's almost kind of like a guessing game. Are they going to do what you said? Are they going to go with that mobility, that high early burst game to try to finish this off early? Or are they potentially going to round out these picks with some tankiness to kind of round it out? So we did see yesterday almost like a weird kind of counter to Theo on the Atlas was intended or not intended.
Oh no, Zero
is
being play for
caught
Gosu.
Out alone.
I
Mobazane
heard that he
getting
plays
caught
for
by
Vendetta.
Theo. That's Theo coming in with that fatal links.
Ure
but
or
that
some
meant
shit
that he
like
didn't
that.
have the fatal links for the team fights, which really kind of put the Valley ahead. So
Pretty sure.
it's something also to consider when trying to manage these team fights as well. We do see on the side of Vendetta, they're going to go ahead and pick up Uranus, probably the duo up at the top of the mountain that is the XP.
Oh, he did play for
the
Gosu?
XP lane with Esmeralda, but with Esmeralda being banned out here,
Really?
I mean, you possibly have a Dairoth pick there, but then that does take away from the
makes sense
tankiness
then.
that you
People lied
might
to
be
me.
looking to round out this composition for from Promise.
Yeah, the last pick's going to be crucial, but
I got lied
again,
to.
They're opting more for the side of just, you know, ending the game quick.
Hey,
and
Feeder,
with
how you
that
doing?
Cho pick
And hey,
being locked
Mezca,
in here,
welcome to the stream.
Interestingly enough, I think we're going to be seeing the side lane Cho, right? And we've seen this actually maybe once or twice, a couple times, at least in other MPL regions. We'll see how it works out. Unless there's going to be some switch happen, I don't think it is. But still, if you look across the board at Vendetta, man, they are really rounded out in the magic damage department.
Don't really
the
like
physical damage
the
department,
Simpsons
also
draft
that
here.
durable department, right? That durability, the tankiness. So
Only frontliner
again, I
is
feel like
Cho.
you need. If the Simpsons want to win this game, it starts with landing those early arrows, grabbing those early kills as much as possible, allowing Cole World
Only
to just
AoE
farm up,
is-
you know, on
is
the
Claude.
Claude, do his thing, and then at the
Hey,
same time,
Hasbullah.
you have multiple
you doing,
options
man?
to find picks. That's the Selena, that's the Cho. So we'll see how that
Welcome
all
to
plays
the
out.
stream. How you today?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting there, and I'm wondering, is that going to just be?
Is my mic all
gonna be a
good?
tank
Everything's
show?
okay?
I
Like you can hear
assume
me, you can hear
it
the
might be,
game,
because
hear
that's
the
kind of what they're
casters.
lacking right now. But how does a Cho play into a Uranus? If you're kind of wandering all over the map, which is where Cho shines with those Jikundos, is he going to be able to stop Uranus from these cuts
Oh, good?
from
Okay,
getting into
good.
the
Hey,
base
Manu,
and just
welcome
soaking
to the
up all
stream.
that gold?
How are
But
you
we're going to
today?
find out here. We are right in the middle of it here right now. First game, Vendetta taking on the Simpsons. And man, like I said, it's big and a lot on the line here. One of these teams potentially going
Hey,
home
Lily,
tonight,
welcome
and
to the
another
stream
one going to be
also.
moving on nicely.
How are you today?
Yeah, I
Or
don't
tonight.
think,
How
know,
are you
to answer
tonight?
your question about
Nighttime,
the Cho,
right?
well, specifically, they're going to be fighting already. Okay. First blood.
Yeah, they are coming in there. Nate in a little bit of trouble is going to be able to
Shout
get
out to-
himself to
shout out to
safety.
Lily.
And this is kind of the problem there. Oh man, and
Did
they're
my
already
shout out
in there.
work?
Was the Galaxy not
Yes, it
able to
did.
get that blue buff? Fallen able
left
to
my
kind of,
jaw at the
believe
rave.
They went ahead and
Hezbollah.
expended that
Hey, yo.
that retribution for it. So they were able
My
to
guy.
successfully force that out. But like we were saying,
Have a good rest.
It's kind of a little bit of risk. You already saw Selena taking a heap of damage there. Fallen going ahead and locking onto Shiki. Shiki doesn't have level 4 yet. It is going to be taken out by Fallen here in the 1 minute 30 mark. So a good start for the Simpsons. A lot of aggression.
Man, I
and
said I
still
didn't
kinda
like-
keeping that calmness.
I
that
said I
they
didn't like
need.
Simpsons draft, and they're already 2-0.
Yeah, and
You getting
those are
proven
two
wrong?
early kills already for the Simpsons.
2 a.m. solo? Well, good
and my
morning
point
to
with
you.
this Cho is I think
Or
it's
good
more
night.
so just to handle that lane. He's not really gonna be doing
94.3% in
anything
love.
against
Sheesh,
Uranus.
Hezbollah.
That's usually how the Uranus matchups go anyway, right? So they're going to be basically just planning Promise there, and once he's level 4, his sole goal is to pretty much find Flicker Way of the Dragon combos, right? We saw him just try to do it there. It failed. But again, that's his assignment for the majority of the
Karina
game. Be
deep
part
here.
of that pick process. Fallen
She gets
is
away.
going to be just countering in the jungle right now. Not sure if they want to actually
I just did a
commit to
god
the
tier
turtles yet, but
game
everybody's
of
centering
Fanny.
around the turtle.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to go ahead and pick up a kill onto Theo. That is a
3-0
roam taken
now.
out of this position, so they are already a man down for this. We do see a wave. The Dragon does land on the Galaxy, and he is Promise going to go ahead and get out of there while Nate cleans that up in a
4-0.
great position right now. They have 2 down for this Turtle. Fallen going to go ahead and pick that up, and they are on top of Poggy. Poggy gets taken
4-0.
down quite quickly. Shiki running for his life right now is going to be able to find it out. Even with that, look at that damage there. Is going to go ahead, have to expend those black shoes there, and we do see that time journey coming up with Cinderella to go ahead and secure that reset.
Seems like it's going to be a fast game if Simpsons can keep it up.
Action pack right now. I can't even tell if they stop. Here comes the fatal links on the 2 members. Nate's going to go ahead and expend that flicker to get away, but gets stunned up again by Theo. Cinderella powerless to do anything but watch and throwing out those diggy bombs, but not enough there. You see Yuna taking a heap of damage, and it is still a 1-5 game, but still some answers coming from Vendetta.
Yeah, that's crucial for
all about that
Vendetta,
gold
because
lane.
If anybody, Shiki needs the kills, running the mystery shop, going to be able to hopefully get the items that he needs faster. But that's the thing, right? That's going to be
Whoever
one of
can
the
scale up
main,
faster, I reckon, will
tools that they have
win
to
this
slow
game.
the Simpsons down, because they're
Irithel or
already
Claude?
starting this snowball. They're already starting that momentum, and you can see it across map. The plays, the pressure that they're putting on, because that's exactly what the lineup is supposed to do. Again, we saw it earlier too, just before that turtle fight, with Nate and Promise doing the job. I mean, the arrow landed, the way the dragon landed. That's always something that the Vendetta is going to have to watch out for. The best thing they can do is hold on. Literally, that's all they have to do.
What emblem does Karina
scale
have?
into the
I
mid
don't
to
have my
late
glasses.
game, get quite tanky to the point where you're not getting one shot at
Karina
every
jungle
time
emblem.
you get an arrow to the face or you get kicked in a certain direction. So they need to do their best to just stay alive. Yes, it's a 2K-ish gold lead at this point, and if Poggy
got some
can get
codes
kills
later to
here,
give to
that's
you
gonna be
all.
crucial.
For some
Yeah,
free
looks
stuff.
like Nate getting kind of outgunned there. Did land an abyssal arrow, but got taken out by Poggy there with that Paquito there, trying to protect Theo. And now they're going to go ahead and just shave off a little bit of gold from this as our first turtle, or as the second turtle. Or I believe this is the first turtle. Yeah, is going to be worked on by, or second turtle worked on by Poggy. And not really much that the side of the Simpsons can do. They were a man down, and Poggy going to go ahead and clean that up quite quickly. Theo going to use that flicker to get away from Fallen, and Cinderella starting to even things out a little bit now. That early burst from the Simpsons seems to have staved off right now, so both teams kind of being a little bit more patient, as they're gonna have to kind of reset here. Gonna have to think
can't believe
about
they
these
let
things, because
Diggy
they
open.
cannot
No
depend
Balmond.
on that early surprise that
No
they had going earlier.
Balmond.
As you see a stun
Karina
land
versus,
onto Uranus there.
Paquito.
Yeah, like but Vendetta's doing it, right? I mean,
Man,
they've lowered.
I
that
said I
gold
didn't
gap
like
just a little
Simpsons
bit by
draft,
about
but
1,000. You can
they're
already see
doing
the
pretty
items
good.
too. First items being picked up by the majority of the members. And that's the next item, especially going in the hands of Shiki, if it is going to be the Ice Queen wand, whichever path he decides to go on the Lilia is
I just think
gonna be
mid
crucial
to late
here.
game,
Cinderella going to be the focus. I don't think he has the backup. Here they come.
Yeah, Cinderella actually gets taken
by
out there
Diggy.
by Yuna, but now we have Nate coming in here. Cold World does expend that blazing duet, is in a little bit away. He's gonna go use that BMI to get
And they
out of
still
the way.
got
Nate
away.
gets taken out by Promise, or by Sheik. Or by Shiki here. You do see the way the dragon does land onto Shiki, is trying to put on the damage. Black shoes come out. Cinderella doing the best she can to kind of help Promise out. In comes Cold World. Time journey comes out just a few seconds too late to protect Joe.
damage.
Cinderella gonna get taken out here, and we have evened this out. Actually, now it is actually in the lead for Vendetta right now, as they have
That is
swung
some
this round
big-time
into their
damage.
favor with those last fights.
See, like I was saying, that's why you want to have that durable factor on your team composition, because the Simpsons, they kind of just unloaded and then they didn't have any more steam, right? And at the same time, they just got whittled down here. Now Yuna going to be the focus. Still alive, though. Poggy now.
Yeah, putting on the damage onto Fallen, who's going to have to use, I believe it was
Never
that
really
Shadow
watched
Assault to
till
go
now.
ahead and
This,
find an
this
escape there,
sick.
which
Yeah,
means
it's
they're not
pretty
gonna
good,
have
right?
Shadow Assault for this
If that Cho got
turtle
away,
coming
it would have
up.
been a
And you
Nate
see
Flicker
right
ulti.
now, they are
That's
still
true.
Cinderella kind of trying to give a little
They
bit
just
of
put too much pressure on there.
He's going to be able to do anything. That's going to be the second.
Damn,
turn
no one
in a
plays
row
really
that goes
compared to these
over
pros,
the
so
Simpsons.
calculated.
Things are quickly kind of
Agree with
falling
you.
out of their hands. Maybe about a little under a
Bad
1K
play, Red
gold lead there.
Devil.
You were talking about it before. That tankiness chasing Fallen right now as they're not.
You can
able
tell
to
how much
really
these
kind of
people,
contend with it. We have two down
these
here
pros
at the
put
bottom,
into their
trying to put on the
gameplay and
pressure,
trying to get
but
better.
they're going to go ahead and be turned away at the tower.
Getting that synergy together as well.
So going
very
back to
important.
the point too, I mean, there's just action all over the map. They're not. The thing is, okay, Cold World actually
Theo
will
missed
be able
his
to
fatal
survive
links.
this. I don't think so. He's gonna get crashed down, trying to get a kill there before he's taken out himself. He does manage to get to that turret, but is just going to end up going down. And now here under the turret, once again, Nate has to flicker out. So, I mean, going back to the point here, Private, like, that's the thing, right? If you unload, you have all your ultimates, you have everything like that unleashed.
Yo, Wondering Souls,
and it's on
how
the
you
wrong
doing?
targets of Vendetta. That's what's so great about
I literally
Shiki,
live from
right?
it.
That's what's
I would
so
too.
great
That's
about
true.
Lilia's kit and the way that Black Shoes is, because what you see Shiki doing is getting all of that stuff
NA's
out from
only on the
Simpsons,
come up as
using
well.
the Black Shoes, and then that durable factor comes in for Vendetta where they're just there.
Yeah, you see Galaxy in a little bit of trouble here, but he has his team there to back him up. And a great play by Vendetta there to go ahead and kind of lure
Vendetta
in
is so
Promise
calculated.
on that show to kind of throw out that Way of the Dragon.
They're
while the
always
rest of his
helping
team
each
came up there
other.
from the backup to
How
get
did
that
Uranus
kill.
survive?
Cinderella's in a little bit of trouble here.
That boy's
Is
thick.
going to have to activate that time journey as Theo
That boy's thick.
trying to chase him there. And the jukes from Cinderella. Here comes a fatal links as Cold World's going to have to use that Battle Mirror image to get out of the way. Theo goes down. We see that an Abyssal Arrow does miss wide. Fallen trying to juke out the Pogi here on that Paquito. We have a reverse time, but Fallen gets taken down right now. Nate trying to come in to finish the job, but just does not have the damage. It is going to get paid for that with his life. And
Uranus
you can see
is
there coming in with
crazy.
Chikundo is Promise, but they are just so mobile, so ready for that. He's not able to land it and is almost about to get taken out there, but does get away with just a narrow about
Uranus
one
is- Uranus.
HP there from them, which is going to open
So
up
such
this
a funny
turtle
name.
for Vendetta.
I'm sorry.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is chaos, right? That's very chaotic. Just how everything unleashed and kind of unfolded there for the teams. Now, Cold World might get caught out.
Yeah, he did thankfully have that Battle Mirror image. Good thinking by him in the early
Side of the
bits
Simpsons,
that
they
to
don't
kind of
have any
create
AoE,
distance
so
between
it's
his,
very tough for them
blazing
to-
duet and then teleport back to it to find
to
himself
survive
some safety,
these
but it's
big
not gonna
team
do anything
fights.
to really help with securing this Lord right now. We do see them go ahead. The Simpsons going to go ahead and press onto it. They are not going to let this go without a fight. Theo coming in looking for the stun. You see Cold World is able to take down Theo. Fallen takes
Damn,
out
good
the
Lord.
Lord. This is great news for
Good.
the Simpsons as they also take down Galaxy. That is 2 unanswered kills and a Lord for the Simpsons. And this is just putting them in a great position and has even out the game. You do see that Way of the Dragon does land on a Pokey who gets taken out
Run,
as
Diggy.
well. That is 3 kills right now. Cinderella gets taken out there, but not before saying a little
Hey,
hello
Jade, how you
to
going?
Vendetta as the rest of the Simpsons going to go ahead and put the pressure onto this mid tower. Shiki's going to go ahead and have to create some distance from them as we do see a Fatal Links coming out onto Fallen, who is trying to latch on in there with that Shadow Assault, is going to go ahead and find an escape. Shiki gets taken out as well. Theo down for the count right now as Cold World gets taken out by Yuna. There are only 2 people left on the side of Vendetta, but 4 on the side of the Simpsons as this Lord is pushing at the bottom, and we still have
What the
pressure
club doing, bro?
mounting. Galaxy trying
No
to
idea.
cut them off at the purple
Remember that
buff
Julian
right now.
video I sent
He
you?
is
Yeah, I
tanky
just-
enough to
I
kind
just
of
got it.
withstand that, but he is not able to save that buff for his team. You do see Promise up there trying to lure him in. Are they going to be able to take down Galaxy before we see that reverse time is locked onto him? Abyssal
Yo,
Arrow
he's
does
so
go wide.
tanky.
Galaxy juking the heck out of the Simpsons right now. Way of the Dragon comes down now. Is there going to be enough? A flicker from Promise gets him out of harm's way. Galaxy going to go ahead and dive over that wall to safety right now.
He's
That's
so
what I like to call
tanky.
durability, right?
Claw's just trying to provide
That's
that
what you pick
AoE.
Uranus for right there.
There's
But
no
even,
AoE on the side of
backtracking
the
just a
Simpsons.
couple minutes here. When Cold World earlier
the only
used
front
that
liner
blazing
is
duet when it was
Cho.
a 1 versus 4, it was actually
So-
a big brain play because it got Theo to use the Fatal Links, right? So
Like-
they didn't have that, and they had to give up the
How does
Lord for it.
Karina-
Now, did it
how does
convert too
Karina
much? Not too
engage
much, right?
in
It
a
is
team fight?
Still a minor gold lead here for the Simpsons. They've swung
Fallen's
things back
doing
in their
pretty
favor,
good.
but Theo might try
You know, with that
again
being
to
said,
look for a moment
Theo
to
with
set up, and
another
it's not going to happen.
missed Fatal Links.
Oh yeah, and you see that they went ahead and missed that fatal links as Theo gets taken out by Fallen right there. Fallen is going to
Too
have
many
to
missed fatal
disengage.
links here.
Playing in and out right now. Theo trying to come in with that damage.
How come my Uranus regen is 10 times lower than the pros Uranus regen?
Well,
They be hacking.
The duet came in there. Nate
Yo.
and Fallen going to go pick up kills as well. That is
Karina's
4
just proving me
unanswered
wrong
kills.
every
Galaxy in a heap
time.
of trouble. Is he going to be able to have that same durability against 4 players of the Simpsons? It looks
does
like he
have
doesn't
that
to find
tank
out
build,
right now,
so
as they are
does
going to go
help
ahead
her a
and
little
focus
bit.
on this
Get in,
mid
engage.
lane.
Man, so you know,
I think
that's
this
the
is
thing,
it.
right? You just try to ignore Galaxy here, try to get some of these turrets. That's the plan here for the Simpsons. They do grab some big kills. Oh no.
Wow! A combination of a flicker with that time journey from Cinderella, able to save Cold World from what I thought was a horrible mistake by him to dive with that blazing duet
Okiko's
into
doing
the
right.
towers.
Nice.
I mean, that just kind of speaks for the synergy right now. We were wondering if they were going to have the same synergy with Cinderella that they did with Damien on this roam position. And I mean, I think that speaks for itself there. Just they're all over Cinderella.
I still can't believe
right
that
there, covering down for Cold World, whether that was
second
intended
pick
or a
Atlas,
mistake.
but
We do
don't
see that
ban
Promise is
Diggy.
in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to have to use that G Kundo to try to get out of the way of all of this
Really
damage
can't
as the
do
rest of the
much.
Simpsons trying
Especially
to press
against a
on
good
to
Diggy.
this Lord, trying to put on the damage. We see Promise going to go ahead and leap over that wall. I know we are waiting for that stun to come out right now. Theo comes in. He's going to go ahead and land that stun.
Time
past
journey,
the
though.
fatal links, but Fallen still picks up the Lord. Promise does get taken down by Pogi on that Paquito.
Lurk,
Now
okay,
Simpsons
lurk
are
away,
on
do
the
your
run,
thing.
and we've seen this mistake 1,000 times. You get the Lord, but you're paying for it with 2 deaths of your own. So who really won that fight? Luminous Lord down barreling at the lower,
Tank
at the
main
lower
nightmare
lane there
Diggy.
right now.
Well, I mean, the Simpsons should still be okay. It depends on how Cold World. I mean, yeah, he tried to do the best he can, pop the blaze, do it, cleared some of the minions, and just force them back. So, you know, even though that whole fight went the way that it did, Vendetta's still gonna have to handle this.
I thought Vendetta got the
right?
Lord.
They're gonna deal with that, the minions as well. So they're not even going to really be able to actually
I need to wake
play
up.
around
I'm
that,
so
what you could
still
say
asleep.
was a winning team fight for them, but still giving up the Lord. They're really down in terms of map presence, map space, right? So the Simpsons, yeah, Fallen and Promise went down, but still you've got Cold World there. You've got Cinderella and Nate too to really keep people at bay. And now, see, they're making plays even on the top side. And Cold World
What the
going
Claude
down into
doing?
1-for-1 trade. How do they play this out? They're
What
still
the
going.
Claude
Prime.
doing?
Yeah, they are promising a little bit of trouble here. I don't think he's going to be able to
Paquito
get away.
with
He's
the
going to try to use that
1-2.
G Kundo, but gets a knockout punch from Pogi. Now they are on the chase for Cinderella, who is running for his life on that Diggy time reverse is put onto Theo, and Fallen
Atlas.
is going to go ahead and find the safety back in his own jungle here. Like, they are trying to find out the picks. They are answering it from
Why is
each
Cho
other.
building
But like
tank?
you said, yeah, they are, I want to say,
They
in a
need
little
that
bit of a better
extra
position.
frontliner.
A lot more open map right
Like, look
now.
at their team. They don't
on
really have a
Vendetta's
frontliner,
side.
so
As they have already lost
Cho
a
needs to
ton
be able to
of
take
towers.
that
We do see
little bit
one
more
tower
damage.
going down for the side of the Simpsons, and it looks like we have a little bit of a problem
good
there.
save
Nate is
by
going to get
Theo.
taken out as well. So now the kills are in favor of Vendetta. Another back and forth game. Both of these guys not trying to give up that aggression, always answering, always kind of coming to the aid, and just trying to continue on these fights.
What do you
to
mean
punish the enemy team.
frontliner?
See, I'm wondering like what.
So have a
the
look at their
thought
team. They
process
have-
was for Nate. Like even if you get the kill
They have
on
a
Atlas,
Ch-
you know, what will that
a
result
Cho,
in?
they have a Karina,
I mean, they're
a
still
Diggy,
defending
a
this tier two
Selena.
right here.
Yeah, and you see
like
Promise
someone
gonna
to
go
shield
ahead,
the
he
squishy
landed
ones.
that
Yeah,
way of
yeah.
the dragon, but put it
So,
the wrong
Diggy is their
direction,
roamer,
which
their-
allowed Shiki to go ahead and put on the
so they
damage
don't really have
of
that,
Lilia onto the Cho, and Cho just got melted.
That
So I
damage
mean, and that's
soak.
what we were talking
So
about. is
Cho's gonna be the
decision-making
one.
on picking your targets.
Hey, Luna,
picking
how you
where
going?
you're gonna
Happy
put your
birthday for the
targets,
other
and
day.
is this beneficial for the team?
Hope you're
Cold World
doing
up
good.
at the top is unable to protect that tower, and now we're starting to see the towers start to even out.
Shout out to Luna.
Only inhibitors left for both teams right now.
Diggy the frontliner?
And, I mean, this could be
Jeez, Diggy's.
anybody's game, but the slight gold advantage leaning in the direction of Vendetta.
Yeah, so this next lore that's coming up here is going to be crucial. Obviously, the great thing for Vendetta is they have almost evened out the turrets, right? They've also got that nice little comfortable gold lead. Not
Ooh,
sure
can
if
Karina
the
get the
Simpsons
Lord
might
here?
actually be able to take this, but they're going to
I
try.
think Karina's gonna get it.
Yeah, they are 10%
Yep.
left on that Lord. Cold World's gonna come in with that blazing duel.
no.
We see the damage coming on there. Pogi able to
Thank you,
pick up
doing
this
well. How are
luminous
you?
Lord
I'm good,
right
thank
now.
you. Thanks for
Dio gets
asking.
taken out as well. Fallen in a bit of trouble, gets taken out by Pogi
The stream
there.
is
so
on
it is a
Overwatch.
1-for-1 trade right now. They are still putting on the damage. Cinderella
streaming in
is the next to
Overwatch?
get taken down. Promise is getting chased down. He is not
update
long
this shit.
for this world, though. Gets taken out as well. There are only 2 left, Cold World and Nate, to try to put up a defense.
How do you
We
do set
still
game?
have a blazing
forgot
duet,
how
or
to
no,
do
we
it.
don't have a blazing duet for Cold World just yet to be able to kind of help clean up these minions. They're going to have to disengage from this tower. Now we are tied up on towers as we have a parade of minions marching down the mid. Nate's going to try to get out of the way. Does not negate the damage from Shiki as we have the black
Is that how
shoes
you do
come
it?
out. This is going to be game
that's not how
1
you do it.
going over to the side
I
of
did do it.
Vendetta.
I did it. Set
There you
game,
go.
Mobile
Right,
Legends.
that's exactly how you do it. And I'm going to go back to my point here, Private.
I did it.
The fact that they had an Atlas and they had that backup plan, that backup durability factor, which was the Uranus, right? We saw that with Galaxy.
When I
A
don't
lot
land
of the
my
times,
retro, I
if you
feel like
notice,
doo-doo.
too, the 2
Same.
carries, which obviously your gold lane and your mid, were pretty much protected on front side, back side, because sometimes Poggy was there too to peel for them. So everything just kind of it layered itself really well, and that's what worked out for them.
so
there in
excited to
game
go
one.
to the
Even
event.
when
I
they
hope
were
we have
down,
fun.
They figured out. Hey,
Did you
the
see
Simpsons
Selena
are
do
pulling the trigger
anything?
a little
Same
bit
with
too
Claude?
early, right? We saw that a lot. Actually, you saw that
Yeah.
quite often with them.
Claude-
there were
Claude
some
really
good plays too from the
was
Simpsons,
trying his
especially
best.
even Cold World able to get some of the
Selena was
the fatal
okay
links
as
out
well,
where they
but
didn't have it for big crucial fights.
It's just
but
bad
ultimately,
picks.
mistake after
Outdrafted.
mistake or decision making really.
I don't like Selena mid.
It slipped out of the
I don't
hands
like
of the
Selena
Simpsons
Rome.
because of that. So, I mean, even taking a look here at the endgame stats, again, there was a swing, right? A back and forth between both of the teams. But ultimately, by this point, when you start to reach that late game and you get into it, this more well-rounded out team composition from Vendetta is just going to work so much better for you because you cover all your bases. Whereas the Simpsons, again, this can work too, but you have to be able to decide on those picks, whether that's going to be Promise or Nate. And then at the same time, you need to be able to end those games before it gets to the point. I think I even mentioned that.
Does
in
Lilia
minute
get
1,
MVP?
Where you are on a
Yeah,
timer
Lilia
with
got
this team
MVP.
composition, right? And it did work. They had a lot of damage, definitely.
Give your Uranus
But
that title.
unfortunately,
GG's.
the game gets to a point where you see Galaxy just 1v4ing people. Sometimes just taking the brunt of the
You're dressing as
damage.
Selena?
Sometimes
Oh,
just
nice.
taking those abyssal arrows.
We're gonna
to the
see
face
you
to
on
protect
camera
the
then,
team,
probably.
allowing Shiki and Yuna to just pretty much unload.
Yeah, and it does come down to the compositions that leave a lot more room for error. You cannot
Lilia did
make
really
those
good,
types
though.
of mistakes. You see Promise getting taken out here too as well. Just a lot of these fights came down to
Oh, no,
they
I didn't
weren't
consent.
ahead. They weren't able to
GG's.
kind of match that tankiness
Tell them to
that
pay
was
you.
coming from the side of Vendetta. There was a lot of burst damage coming out at first, but we saw Promise going in, lands away of the dragon, wrong angle, still tries to complete it, which allowed them to go ahead and have Shiki come in with some damage. It's those decisions that you need
where
to
is
be
Yuri?
in sync with your team to be able to kind
From
of
yesterday.
continue these types
Where's
of
the
compositions. If you're
offlaning,
not going to go with
Fanny?
that rounded composition, that forgiving composition where you have tankiness, because that was the problem here with all
From Vendetta.
It was the fact that Vendetta could make mistakes.
I'm gonna go sleep.
They
have a
didn't
nice
to
day.
worry.
You
They're like,
too,
all right, we
Hasbullah.
lost
Have a
that
good
one,
sleep,
but
my
you know
friend.
what? We still have another set
Sweet
potential.
dreams.
Whereas there was
Catch
just
you later.
a very small path that the side of the Simpsons could go down. And once that path got blocked out, once they started getting more into the late game where they couldn't just one-shot somebody, they were starting to have issues. And maybe that's something to
I
think
need to
about when it comes
sneeze.
into this next composition. If you're going to experiment,
No, I don't.
if you're not even experiment, if you're going to go with a composition not as rounded, everybody needs to be on the same page. Everybody needs to be crisp. Everybody needs to know their win conditions and where they can put enemies, when they can engage, when your team is ready, or else you're gonna run into those problems, especially with a team that can afford to miss those things, and especially when all they have to do is land a fatal links, when all they have to do is wait for the peel from Piquito.
Okay, I need someone to tell me
me
where the code is. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
and
on the
then,
Moonton stream because I
this
didn't even
might
see it
be-
yesterday. Okay, I will.
And
I'll
this
let you
might
know when
warrant
I
them
see
to
it.
maybe take the Atlas themselves and then build around that. Again, Cold World was generally Cold World was actually having a pretty good game. He had good damage. There was good decision making in some cases that he had, but ultimately and yes, Claude is meant to go into the fray and then, you know, BMI out of there and be okay. But unfortunately, once that's done, you have a hard time of really following up on it. There was that one good team fight where they just collapsed.
I'm waiting for
on Vendetta.
Dave to send me another code.
Galaxy was the only one standing left alive, but still they struggled to actually push into the base even at that point.
That's
right?
a community
So
code right there.
I think they got the tier
let me
2,
know if it works.
The point is again,
if you haven't already used it
on your, in that situation, your main front line was you had Cho, you had Promise, and you also, I guess,
yesterday
in a
people were
sense,
saying
you have
it was
Karina
used
there, right? But still, that's not really the same factor of what was thrown at them from Vendetta. So I think in this next draft, they're going to have to really not just round out their composition, but also go back, take a step back and think about those decisions that they're making. Because even I pointed it out, you know, that the one decision from Nate, you know, I know that the Atlas was low, probably thought I can get this combination off on this Selena. You know, I'm also running the last
100% sure that code doesn't work. Okay.
And
so it's
your
used
job
up.
might be, well, so they
we used it all up
links,
yesterday.
But still, if one member of that team composition goes down,
I'm waiting
you
for,
lose a lot.
I'm waiting for
everybody
Dave to send me
with
another
what
one.
they drafted, what the Simpsons drafted. You need everybody there, right? You were saying you need to
EXP
make
cards
sure
and
that
skin
they're
fragments have
all
all
on the
been
same page.
claimed.
They're all in sync with each other with that type of lineup.
Yeah, we only had 50
50
claims available on that code.
Room in terms of
like
if
for us.
they made a mistake here and there. So
I'll try
I
to get
just
another
think
one.
it's something that was apparent even in
not
the
try.
draft.
I'm waiting for another one.
And you know, based on
when Dave
like
gets a
face
chance,
value, when you look at
I'm
two
sure
team
he'll send
compositions
one
in
over.
the draft, you can usually say, oh, this draft is better or this draft is better, but still it comes down to that execution factor, right? I mean, even looking as yesterday as an example, in my time as casting, I don't think I've ever seen a side lane fan, right? But it somehow worked. We're going to be jumping into the draft
lately?
here
Yeah,
for game number 2, but it's funny
a whole lot
because
of different mages and no Eve.
Wolf. Those that are familiar with Wolf, the caster here from MPO Philippines, I asked him, I was
seen
like,
Eve
man,
bans
how do you
either.
feel
Why
about
didn't they
side
go
lane
Eve
fanning?
instead of Selena?
He's like, no. That's all he said. His
Comfort
word
pick,
was,
maybe?
No. He's like, I know
CC
it worked
will
one
get us
game in
code
NACT,
to
but it
redeem
doesn't
legend
mean that
skins.
it's-
Hey,
that
yo,
it's
distracted
good,
by
right?
food.
But
How you doing?
That's the thing, right? So I feel like still
Melissa ban,
with the Simpsons
1-1
being
ban.
on, you know, first pick now, they can really have a plan here to take game number 2 because that's what they obviously need to do, right? And I feel like we're going to see them probably go a little
Get
more
us
toward
Layla Blue
not a safe
Spectre.
side, but a little more well-rounded
I think I've got that
side,
skin.
because again, if you just look at that draft last game, it was very, you said it, right, with the Selena pick, but as a whole draft, it was high risk, high reward. And unfortunately for them, it was more risky last game.
Let me check.
Yeah, and that's the problem there, and that's why a lot you don't
sure?
see it too often, is because like there's a reason it's high risk, high reward. Like if it was a meta, if
like
it was
I got
easy, if it allowed you that wiggle room, especially up here.
Your cat gonna be
when
sold
you're
for
up at the
5,000
top
if you have
of,
Blue
like,
Spectre?
competition for an area. It's not just based on your team's skill level.
I wouldn't
it's
sell my
based
account
on
anyway.
The enemy's ability to counter you, on Vendetta's ability to kind of get around that. They might not make those same mistakes that you are anticipating, or leave open those holes that you need. I mean, we saw some synergy from the Simpsons.
Actually, you're right. I don't think I do have it.
Especially with Cinderella
I'm gonna check anyway.
and Cold World together, able to kind of save him there. However, there was a little bit of a lack of, I want to say, of those time journeys when the Fatal Links came out. I mean, we saw it for those little loose saves, but when it came to like the actual Fatal Links and the time journey coming out, I didn't really see it being used too well to kind of counter that. And that might have been something kind of that they weren't on the same page with. As we're moving into this next banning phase, we do see Simpsons going to go ahead, take out that Paquito. Because I mean, it was our first pick last time when Vendetta had it. Maybe something else in the mind. I do like Paquito as a first pick, just because I mean, there's not
just tough
much
to deal with
that you can do against Paquito. He's one of those players that or he's one of those characters that just you just kind of have to manage. Like it's like there's no actual real counter for it. You just kind of have to like, all right, we're gonna have to kind of work our way around it. But they're gonna go ahead and take it out.
For me, I think the best thing for me
here
is
on the side of Simpsons
having a Kai.
Of course,
a Kai to deal with a
Atlas and Diggy
with a Paquito.
right
That's
now.
maybe your
was
best
picked up on the first, I think the second pick by Vendetta. Before even Simpsons were able to
aggressive
kind of, react
early,
and do something with it. They picked
does
up the
so
Diggy,
much damage,
but not too much success with it. I'm wondering if that's going to be a play here as well. And we do see that Lilia getting taken off the board. Of course, Balmond Shiki just having a great game for game one there. And of course,
how come no one is contesting for Balmond? There's Balmond right there, first pick.
Yeah, and interesting too is Faramis is open, right? So I'm not sure if one of the teams want to grab that, if that's maybe Vendetta's plan.
Oh, Faramis.
But you mentioned it. You know, there's some good picks out there. Atlas, Diggy, Faramis is still open. Also, do they want to prioritize any of the marksmen? Right? Yes.
I wouldn't first pick
Juan and
Atlas.
Melissa are banned
That's
here.
crazy.
So do you want to lock in possibly the Claude? You know, whichever team decides. I feel like it's just going to end up being a Claude
He's so strong,
again, possibly.
But when it comes to jungle, trying to get Lord/Turtle.
So I mean, that's
according
the thing,
to the official
right?
MLBB website, Puck is countered by Carrie, Sun, and Selena.
Barca. They took out that Lilia. I think again, these are good bans
Carrie,
from Simpsons. It's
maybe
more targeted
Sun?
now. Like you mentioned, there's
I don't know.
Bill. Like you mentioned,
Selena.
you don't want to deal with that Paquito.
I guess with the stun.
Paquito's a hero that once that snowball, that momentum starts for him, it's really hard to stop because the burst damage early on, especially we saw it constantly with that high and dry emblem, it works so well. And
we get to see Kagura.
If a jungler is going to snowball, most likely your team will go along with it, right? Because it also
and they
makes
swap
those
marksmen from last
easier.
game.
So they take care.
I don't think Sun can handle Paquito. I don't think so. They pick Kagura. That Atlas won't be as useful as usual.
I feel like you guys really enjoy Kagura
they pick
here
Atlas.
in NACT.
She is are they going to ban Diggy? You have to ban
already
Diggy.
For the Simpsons, they're in that department again, right? They have good
go.
damage, but already with the Ballman pick, it's there, right? There's at least
Atlas
some
can
durability. You have
still work against
a good objective-based jungler who can just do his best to steal those. We even saw that yesterday.
If your team runs straight in, then
so
you could probably get wiped out.
From Vendetta
hey Tuck,
is they do.
How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
And
how you been?
This is the thing. I mean, they do ban out the Diggy. That's great, but
how
what
have you been, my friend?
Yesterday, even in just this game one, the last game, sometimes Theo is a little trigger happy on the Fatal Links, right? And it puts him in this awkward situation where he's just sitting there with his arm up and no one's connected, and he ends up dying or there's no follow-up. So again, in this situation,
have the
Theo
games
locks
been?
that in.
The first game went to Vendetta, so there's only been one game so far.
Follow up with it, and that's why I think you're going to see one more possibly
pretty entertaining.
Come out. They do take out the Yuzhong, which is great because that was an option.
I hope you've been good, Tuck.
Possibly just go with Uranus, unless that's going to be banned out from The Simpsons. But
the
right
series
now,
to get into the grand final
covered by both teams
for the
so far
live offline finals in Las Vegas.
Interesting that they took out the Yuzhong.
Who will verse the Valley?
That would probably be at least my
will it be a
answer
rematch with Vendetta or the
that
Simpsons?
feathered airstrike from well in the back.
If I'm going to choose right now,
Kagura,
I think Vendetta will win.
Umbrella, get that yin yang overturn.
My money is on Vendetta.
Potentially on to Shiki, depending on what the cooldown for that Wings by Wings on Farja is. So it's kind of interesting to me that they take out because I mean, potentially Yuzhong could be used to kind of latch on to Cold World, but I feel like Kagura is kind of a very slippery person for Yuzhong to really kind of go for. So it's very interesting that they took that out. They are going to go ahead and ban out Karina as well, and then Masha getting banned out. It's the second time that Masha's been banned out for the side of Vendetta, and Pogi going to go ahead, pick up that Julian, the CC, the damage. Like there was a moment where in the midst of those nerfs that came to Julian, where he kind of fell off and nobody was trying to pick or use him. But I mean, I feel like Julian just became one of those. he became less of those ones I feel like you could slap your phone and do well on him. Now you kind of have to be a little bit more picky. But when you get up to the high with those more mechanically gifted players, they can still land those enhanced chains, still land those slows and those kicks to really punish the enemy team. It's just a massive amount of CC, regen, and
that
damage
Julian
that
and Atlas combo with the AoE or fast, that's going to be nice,
right? Especially because he's going to the jungle.
Julian and Atlas, yikes.
We'll see how that plays out against the Balmond here.
Going with a Matilda to counter the
also. On the other side, the Simpsons are going to round out their draft with that Uranus pick, the Matilda as well. And I think this is a good choice.
Netherlord, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Again, you have that sense of durability. You have great magic burst damage. Eventually, the Irithyll comes online. You cover that base. And then not only that, but you also have mobility, right? So mobility is going to be a huge factor here because you are dealing with, you know, the feathered airstrike. You're dealing with a blazing duet. You're going to have to disperse. Not only that, but there's a lot of CC.
Is Julian the jungler?
Right? And as much as possible,
or the
Simpsons,
XP laner,
you want to be able to survive most of that, right? So there you go. Esmeralda is going to be locked in here.
So there's a lot of potential for that Atlas Julian combo.
Not much is going to happen in that lane. You know, we don't have to really pay attention to that lane much. Just know that eventually, the deciding factor when it's that Uranus Esmeralda matchup is those team fights, right? And this can be as early as early skirmishes, because that is a factor. They'll do the deep cuts in the lane, and then they'll be out of race to get to the team fights first. And whoever does that the best, that's really where things change. Because again,
it's going to be the never-ending battle.
Uranus, that regen factor,
Esmeralda versus Uranus.
Factor, that kind of annoyance, right? Where the Esmeralda, like, she'll whittle you down very slowly. And if for some reason Galaxy does get ahead, he snowballs on the Esmeralda. She almost becomes an unkillable tank, and that is exactly what they needed. When I was saying, for Atlas, you need that. You need to not have that weight on your shoulders, right? And just let loose and hopefully land.
Chat is amazingly wholesome and beautiful.
We are going to be jumping the most wholesome and beautiful chat here on Twitch. 2 here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a crucial match, right? It's the only match of the day here. This is
how's the game going?
The
They're going pretty good.
Versus Vendetta.
Hey, Papa Blaze, what's happening, man?
0.
Welcome to the stream. Been playing some Yakuza,
like I said, crucial match right now. Not just
I've been good. Thank you for asking.
For the series, but just kind of for morale. You want to kind of make sure that you kind of keep things even. You do see some damage going on the Shiki here, so they're starting to put a little bit of pressure here. And like you were saying, that at the top already, you see Esmeralda rotating down, trying to make a nuisance of herself down here during these fights. Still, I mean, there's 3 people down here, not too afraid. Are the Simpsons, but it's
good.
just
yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
Deal that you get with an Esmeralda here. What we're gonna wait for, what we're gonna see. I mean, we do have the 2 tanky lines these players for the Simpsons, especially with that Uranus, with that Balmond. So they're gonna be able to tank, hopefully enough for Nate to be able to find that umbrella, for Cold World to be able to find that flanking position to be able to do the damage on. And that's what we're gonna be waiting to see as we when we.
My money's on Vendetta this
game. I feel like
the
team fight is going to really sell this for me for the side of the Simpsons here.
Yeah, I mean, not only that,
burst down by that.
You can already see the
kind of
damage that Poggy has in this Julian, right? Not going to land that, but here's the thing: Vendetta, they're running the double Avarice emblems. You know, it's on Galaxy, it's on Yuna. That can actually really help scale very quickly into a gold lead, even if they're quote unquote down. Like if they're down a little bit in terms of kills objectives, that double Avarice could end up actually keeping you in the midst of actual okay in the gold department, right? The economy of the team. So that will play out, and that's why the Simpsons need to be very kind of focused on these objectives here already. Though the feathered airstrike going to come down. That's already the first blood going in the hands of Poggy. Now Nate being pushed out here. Everybody on the Simpsons gonna have to get out of this area. The first turtle of the game is just going to go in the hands of Vendetta. That's exactly not what the Simpsons want.
There's some good disengage from the team of
economy
Vendetta.
Could just go in the hands of Vendetta with that
and
double Avarice
with,
if they
the Simpsons
appropriately, if they actually proc it, and there you go. Just like that, they've already managed that 1K gold lead this early on.
So just really,
and that was a problem. We just Cold World in trouble here.
And Cold World has to pop the ultimate.
It comes down to
unfortunately
positioning.
Gets stunned right by the turret, goes down again, furthering that gold lead for Vendetta.
Yeah, I mean, we saw there at the turtle a little bit of maybe not hesitation. Fallen was on the turtle, putting the damage onto it, but the rest of his team kind of lingering towards mid. This allowed a very fast come about from Vendetta to get positions on Belmont, to get that stun onto him, not only to land the feathered airstrike, but also to land the enhanced chains on him. So he was just CC'd down into a coma before his team could even react, because they were at mid. Coming in here.
Such a clutch Ying overturn, but nothing converts there. Just a lot of damage. No kills, actually. Never mind.
Yo, Baby Blaze, how you doing, man?
Able to take out Shiki.
Welcome to the stream, bro.
Yet. Cinderella.
We got Papa Blaze and Baby Blaze.
But gonna get pushed out. So
this feels like a sure shot jungle control game.
A kill there. So that interaction.
Whoever can win the jungle, I would say.
Overturn and then the lethal counter can be quite
lethal,
right? So
it's gonna come out on top here.
There. We'll see if they can continue to do that combination.
Probably it really comes down to positioning as well.
And not just because they were able to kind of find some answers. They don't clean it up.
You can have a Balmond all you want and get jungle, but
this is
you don't have the positioning, the help from your team. Balmond's gonna get bursted down.
Up here into the river. Nate not able to get anybody just yet. Galaxy taking the brunt of the damage, and they force off here. So that's gonna be it for that. But I mean, again, one more kill going over to Vendetta.
Razik, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing today?
They're gonna
welcome to the stream.
Right, Nate should. Like
hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you're joining from. Good, I got one more day to search for a sponsor for 700 diamonds.
Moments, right?
Why? What are you trying to get for 700 diamonds?
Lead into big things.
This feels like a family dinner. Hey yo.
Farming up, already picking up that.
Who's Jin? Thank you so much for the follow as well. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you're joining from.
Dominance in terms
appreciate you clicking on here, both of you.
Not sure if they're going to be able to contest this. The Simpsons
the Skylark skin because I can get the tickets. Oh, okay,
okay. To secure it once again, second turtle of the game.
Well,
I hope you get those 700 diamonds.
Nowhere near there. Fallon decided that he was going to go ahead.
Next NACT, you're going to be watching me there. Hey, yo, let's go, Blaze. I better be.
Airstrike coming down, finish off Fallen, and the rest of the team kind of. I mean, it does feel like they're a little bit of a miscommunication when it comes to where they're going to be fighting or what type of objectives they're going to.
Welcome to the stream, Hujin and
they're starting to slip further and further behind here, almost getting to about a 2K gold lead into the 5-minute and 30-second mark on this. And I mean, we're gonna have to be a little bit cleaner on this, especially when it comes to the objective fights.
Run, Matilda.
Yeah, Cinderella should be fine, able to get away here. Shiki probably not gonna.
Papa Blaze, I'm a proud father.
All right, just came up now. Cold World,
Baby Blaze 2 OP.
Looking for
that's why it's not in this.
Forcing the ultimate out. Here comes Nate. He's gonna sidestep that the best he can. Can they grab the kill? Still gonna be alive for now. So no conversion here. Again, a lot of skirmishes, a lot of things happening. Resources being taken out by both teams, but no kills going down. But what is happening, Private, is Vendetta is still building on that gold lead. It is starting to kind of gain momentum here where you see them getting about 2K gold ahead.
Yeah, and right now, guys, we do have a gift for you. Redeem the code there for some free Magic Dust and tickets there. The first 50 users will be able to redeem it. You will find the link in the description of the stream, but we are right back at it as we have another fight kind of potentially coming out there from them. But there looks like they're going to go ahead and disengage, but Cinderella actually looks like she might be caught out a little bit.
Yeah, so, I mean, the great thing about Cinderella playing this Matilda is the mobility factor, right? And we already saw burst potential from Nate. Unfortunately, doesn't really, probably by
redeem
2 items, it's going to be quite deadly. And especially the great thing about having that Kagura there is whenever Theo ends up finding Fatal in combinations, Nate's the perfect hero for that, right? But already Turtle.
I should have another code as well for you all that I can give you all.
Coming out here. There's the feathered airstrike. Fallen goes down. Nate's gonna be the next focus. Promise though to help out Poggy there.
Just waiting.
Get the kill though. There to help him out now. Nate quite low. Galaxy might be looking to pull the trigger. Has the falling star moon
Assassin
too,
Dave.
but not going to commit it. It is Promise that goes down in the mid lane.
Dave, I got the code.
Across the map on the bottom side, it's Cole going to be focused. Yuna can't get the kill. 1 hit away. Galaxy bobbing and weaving past the turret. Can't get it either. Cole World still alive, and he's going to run to the fountain this time. So, I mean, quite messy on the bottom side. Not sure sure if they're still going to give it a go here. Cinderella actually getting caught out, sandwiched in, plus the turret. I mean, massive plays here for
Benny. Hey man, I never play this game, but just want to say keep grinding. Thank you, Benny.
Great.
Appreciate you joining. How you doing?
Was it outdone?
I hope you're having a good day or night.
Out up there. I mean,
and what game do you play?
But I mean, you might as well.
What game?
Tower, but then they picked up a
what's your favorite game to play or watch videos on?
Downer on all that dancing and Bobby weaving that.
Holy shit, Sissy, do you sleep? Never.
Just to get away and find a kill there.
I sleep
you can see right
probably
here, right now that, Irothel
5 to 6 hours.
Berserker's Fury and the Wind
and then I'm back up grinding again.
When it comes to items right now, we do see another Fatal Links coming out.
Fallen,
damn,
not gonna be able to survive this one. He gets whittled down. So does Nate. It's going to
you sleep 7 to 8? Yeah, no, that's good.
And now it's Cinderella and Cold World trying to run.
Let's go, Simpsons. I'm going Vendetta. I want Vendetta to win.
Does come out. Cold World gets the signal to try to help out the best he can. It looks like Cinderella is just going to make a run for the hills the best he can, and he's going to go down here too. Another.
I will sleep when I'm.
It is surely.
I will sleep when I'm successful.
Right now.
That's when I sleep.
Gold lead ahead, and
we're very far from it, so we just got to keep grinding.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
it promise you're gonna get caught out here, maybe, possibly.
He's gonna be running into some troubles here. He's tanky, but is he that tanky to resist? Oh, we see that Fatal Links coming at him, so he's gonna be
4 heroes to take him out.
But it does open up this Lord for the side of Simpsons.
Yeah, they should be able to secure this. There's the lethal counter. Okay, Cold World actually able to get that. The Retribution a little bit off time, but happy with it. The Simpsons do grab the Lord, but now Cinderella is going to be the focus.
At what cost?
Here. Most likely
can they get away?
But the team there to back them up. Falling Star Moon going to be committed by Galaxy.
Damn, this man has the mogul mindset. Hey, yo, have to.
Right, they still do have quite a bit of a lead, but they've got to deal now with the
I feel
Lord
bad
on
when
the top side. Shouldn't be much
when I sleep alone, like for a long time.
Clear. Poggy also just
and I haven't really done anything of note, you know?
There's a lot of magic damage here for Vendetta, right? I mean, the burst, we're obviously seeing it. So the Simpsons, I mean, Private, what can they do here to crawl back in? But hold on, this is not what they need to do. Cinderella going to be the focus. Goes down almost immediately.
Matilda.
So unfortunately for them, they're down. Cold World trying to run once again. There's the feather right on target. So you lose another member. And even though you got the Lord,
what an inspiration.
You're lose space here because Vendetta obviously wants to go ahead and work on these turrets. I mean, they've only got 2 down, which is kind of surprised.
Yo, see the positioning?
Down. The Dominance Ice is there. He can't
You see the positioning of Vendetta?
He falls in the top side.
Yeah, and this gold lead has been shortened. Well, actually, it's still about a 4K right now, so they are able to maintain.
Even with Matilda, they can't compete with the positioning.
So still able to maintain that, but the problem here
is always,
I believe, the setting potential
like,
for the Simpsons.
Vendetta's probably like 1 or 2 steps ahead all the time.
Composition where they can try to catch people out, but I mean, you can't really catch anybody out who isn't making those mistakes. Another Fatal Link coming out here.
Everything just coming out on Fallen. He is going to get taken out.
Whole team top lane.
That mega kill.
To clear a lane.
Massive right
on the
now.
Side of the Simpsons.
And that's the thing. You were just talking about it, Private. Like, I mean, where is their initiation, right? If you look at the Simpsons across the board, usually that's in the Matilda, but unfortunately, you can't make it work because your backs have been against the wall for minutes now, right? It's 2 to 15 in terms of kills. Your economy is also really
bitch dad, not rich dad. Hey, yo.
Behind. All you can do once again is hold on here, and that's what we see. Galaxy now confident enough to go 1 versus 4, knows that the team is just around the corner. There's the
Julian,
knowing the burst potential from Poggy getting taken out here, and he's the tankiest member of the team supposedly. So already, this is just bad news for the Simpsons as Yuna picks up another key item, that Malefic Roar.
Yeah, and that's the problem when you see your Uranus getting
another problem too
by the enemy team. It's time to start praying because
Simpsons
that
need to sort of
is not going
fix
to
up.
lessen. We do see
they're
Kagura
always
still does have the Lightning Chunchin and the
always bunched up together, so it's big potential for that Atlas to come in and
on the
initiate.
Other side, already picking up the Holy Crystal is
and they're always
so
on the back
almost
foot
about
when that happens.
To 1.5k gold ahead of the enemy mage right now, and they just do not have an answer answer for that back line. And Nate, even when they do connect that umbrella, are able to get that yin-yang overturn, it's not doing the damage that it needs, because Kagura still needs those items, still needs to be able to kind of farm here, and they're just so far behind when it comes to this. We see them playing around this Lord, but a lot of mistakes made.
Where the Kagura going?
Whether you're going to go.
Where the Kagura going?
And the decisions of whether your whole team is kind of in the same game plan. You can see them dancing around here, but is Balmont in a position to kind of capitalize?
Okay, good.
He does get taken out here. Now Theo looking to make something happen. Not going to commit the fatal links though. Doesn't.
The Lord
need to.
fight
Still
though.
For the Lord here.
Balmont.
Grab it
by what
with
cost?
That lethal counter. Happy with it. So, I mean, yes, he goes down, but he grabs the Lord. That's going to be crucial for them to buy a little more time. Again, this is
now the Simpsons really need to get that lane priority happening. I feel like Atlas just always needs to be banned unless you get first pick. Don't say that. They're going to ban my hero. I love him. Morning Crocodiles. How did you sleep, my friend? Man, this kind of early? Yes, it is.
A real rough go of it as a Uranus.
Someone needs to push that bottom lane.
Chopped down by the enemy team. We do have the Lord coming
in.
They're
just going to push with the Lord, I think.
It's a great bit of breathing room for the side of the Simpsons, but we need to see if they can make something of it. They're being really aggressive here, but is this something that
bye-bye.
Oh man, they find the right target. Cold World gonna go down here, falls, and that's 2 members that fall for the Simpsons. Nobody traded yet. It's Theo that falls next, but it's gonna be another member. Make it 4.
Why fight?
Simpsons that falls.
Why fight and not push lanes?
Out for blood, and it's only gonna be.
Hey Tina, welcome to the stream. How you doing today?
But at what
shout
cost?
out to Tina. Let me give you a shout out.
Up to Vendetta to march
you had
base
a good,
here. Can
good
the
night,
Simpsons
good
come
morning?
up in time? It's not looking good. It's only Fallen able to defend the base, and that's not going to be enough.
Terrible fight.
Vendetta
terrible fight there.
Game number 2.
You have the Lord.
Yeah,
but you all bunch up together.
The problem for
there.
me is I understand the split priority for a team.
Private.
If you're
he knows what he's talking about.
While one person is splitting, while one person
that's the stream.
is
I hope you have a
farming.
wonderful stream, Tina.
That you can do when you're behind. When you're behind, you need all hands on deck. You need people. You need everybody doing something. Like especially
am I the only one that can hear
farming in the lane? You saw him over there getting his blue buff. So why was there an engagement made while he's trying to get that blue buff?
Stream.
He was nowhere near
the
fight,
shout out. You're welcome.
Near able to kind of help and assist.
Man, they got
his
destroyed.
There. And they paid
that's
for
what
it.
happens when
absolutely
they have
caught with fatal links there.
They have a very heavy team fight composition.
And that's even
the side of Vendetta. Why would you team fight?
And we're going to engage.
If every team fight in that game, you've lost.
It feels like just Vendetta, just
no split pushing.
A lot crisper today than what we saw yesterday. Not as many mistakes. Very, very great at utilizing these fatal links into that feathered airstrike.
Because CCD wasn't their tank. Hey yo,
his farming was unimaginable here today. You could see even with that last engagement when he went after Uranus, absolutely demolished him in about a second. And like I said, once you get to the point where you're Uranus,
I think we're gonna see a Julian ban.
Have a bad game.
You can't leave him open for Pogi.
Like, that's the thing, right? The snowball started early, and even if it didn't happen, like those kills didn't happen again. Double Avarice does.
Was
build
Diggy
up
banned?
over
Yes,
time,
he was.
If you just play around that really well,
he was this
and that's
time.
what they did. I mean, Yuna was farmed up out of his mind at one point, and
Vendetta banned Diggy.
Theo was actually again able to find the setups that he needed.
Blaze was banned too. Blaze is always banned. If you don't ban Blaze, you're gonna lose.
Objectives, but like you mentioned, Private. At the end of the day, sometimes he wasn't where he needed to be.
Blaze, what role are you? What role are you playing now?
And they really struggled.
Are you still on the marksman role?
The firepower early on, with everything being thrown at them.
Experience,
that's the downside,
definitely now.
Right? Like
okay,
said,
I'm strong as hell
exactly
on XP. Who are you playing
right?
on XP?
Who is the ones
they
that
banned
need
Diggy
to
and didn't
find
ban
those
Atlas?
Initiations and everything. Well, it's Cinderella because
I guess they thought they could handle it
to really do much, but if Matilda is
Blaze just feeds
down in a couple of seconds because
that's Blaze's main role.
For Vendetta.
Feed.
You can't really do
Phobos,
much with
Masha, and Cho.
Right?
Sheesh, I like
it. Like you said, he got. I mean, he's playing.
You verse a lot of Esmeraldas or no?
Melted. So at one point, you have to consider.
I'm gonna go play some actual ML. Tell me who wins. Okay.
They didn't
enjoy. I
have
hope you get some
wins.
wins.
On the other side, Vendetta, man, they had
Fovus ain't bad.
CC after CC.
I used to be world rank 82
like
Fovus.
Crazy, not to mention the damage.
Once upon a time. Nah, last season, I think. 2 seasons ago.
Things would have went
I was world rank 82 Fovus. Fovus is a brain dead hero? No, just spam buttons? No, you gotta choose when to go in.
It always comes down to those minor decision making.
You gotta choose when to go in.
Minor decision.
I go against Esmeraldas and win? Sheesh, you're too powerful,
where are
bro.
You as a team? Are you synced up the way you need to be from early game up until the late game, hopefully, right? So, and this is the thing. This game, like you said, Vendetta, I mean, I don't know what happened between... I mean, there's still chaos with them in the way that they choose things, but still, Vendetta's actually looking a lot cleaner today than they have previously. So, the Simpsons, I mean, it's already a 2-0 at this point. We are going to be getting ready for Game 3 here, but the Simpsons need to, again, reset. This is a new game.
Cushion doing it all
for them. And even though their previous draft, even though they lost the previous game, their draft was actually pretty decent.
I'm
like,
nearing
worked,
to M4
right?
Mythic
They
4,
find,
nice.
Those check boxes.
You know, Fovus can counter a Franco's ulti if someone dashes.
And so I think they need to kind of
you get taken out of it.
The next one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and for me personally, I feel like it's going to come down to it almost feels like they kind of don't even they didn't even have a win condition for that last game. It was basically, if we dominate,
this is do or die for the Simpsons here.
And
do or die.
The problem is, so many of these games are back and forth. You're gonna have the advantage. You're gonna lose.
Can Vendetta luck up the spot for the finals?
You don't have that setting potential. When you don't have.
All right, gotta prep for school. All right, Crocodiles, have a good day at school, my friend. Take care and enjoy your day.
You're back against the wall. There really isn't an answer for you that is like, all right, we just need to make sure that we land a Numenon Blast to kind of set this team fight. We just need to make sure that we land a Fatal Lynx or something like that. Whereas the Vendetta had that. Even if they were starting to fall behind, it's like, all right, it's all right, guys. We just need to get a Fatal Lynx, a good Fatal Lynx, and we'll be able to kind of burst them down with that feathered airstrike. We are going to be moving into Game 3, but I feel like it's
you have no school tomorrow? Nice. Enjoy your day off.
With that same plan.
Atlas ban.
Like the side of Vendetta is
first ban, Atlas.
Prepared for it and has absolutely just had
Let's see what's in Theo's hero pool.
There's the ban. So I was like, you know, step number 1, you can just ban the Atlas, right? So the Atlas is actually going to be banned out by the Simpsons. It should be, right? Theo is and
1-1 and Melissa ban.
Theo, he's doing it makes it look like he's doing a better job because of, again, it's a team effort, right? Even if he misses a Fatal Lynx or 2, it's okay because the backup is there from Galaxy, right? And the rest of the team. So you take that out. They also take out the Grok here. I think they really want to force Theo in something that's not so comfortable for him to play, right? And hopefully this allows the Simpsons to build around that, to not worry so much about getting set, to not worry so much about getting basically blasted, right, by Vendetta.
Morning.
So the thing that they can do is, like you mentioned, you gotta have that.
Good morning.
Like, who is your setter, right? Again, Matilda, it can work. We've seen great Matilda play around the world to where they are the sole, like, basically initiator, setter, right? But unfortunately, it didn't work the previous game. So you need
they should ban Claude
checked off, and then because still
both teams can play Claude though. That's
the
thing.
Even on the Claude game, and then he played Irith the last game.
Balmond, bro, they're aiming.
There's
Theo.
moments where Cold World is
and
doing,
Balmond, I guess, but
he's doing a great job. But unfortunately,
what can Theo play?
He gets picked off, right? And as soon as Cold World goes down, unfortunately, the rest of the team there, they don't have that marksman, that gold lane to really help them out, turn the tides of those games. So again, you need someone also to not only initiate but possibly peel for Cold World, whoever he decides to pick up, because you know 1-1 and Melissa are banned. We're possibly going to see another Irithil pick. Paquito's going to be prioritized by Vendetta for first pick. So I think you got to really take care of your gold laner here, right? You really need to keep Cold World safe. We might end up seeing a Valentina Faramis matchup though here.
You want to sleep?
Yeah, which is going to be very interesting because if we do see a Valentina or a Faramis picked up by Vendetta, that does mean that you're going to have potentially a Cult Alter and a setting potential from the side of the Simpsons here.
Okay.
If Valentina's going to be using that, grabbing that Cult Alter with the IMU ultimate. They are going to go ahead and pick up Cold World, and I agree with you. As they pick up Claude here, the Cold World, even amidst those last two losses, kind of like a shining star in there. There's only so much you can do when you're so far behind. But I mean, we saw it in the first game. That second game, you saw him in a absolutely like thankless situation there. Where he has to bounce around in between the tower, between two enemies. Still finds a kill, still finds an escape. But I mean, you're putting a lot on his back if you don't have that peel. If you
they gave Julian up again
because you can't really protect him. You're basically at the whim of your enemy and who they're going to want to dive on, because they gave Julian up again to try to escape instead of like offering that type of support that can kind of help him.
Why wouldn't you ban Grok out a little bit later
to kind of secure that escape as well? On the side of Vendetta, we do see them picking up this Julian again already.
Why would you not ban Grok later and ban Julian
and Paquito? I know we're not going to have as much damage from Julian just because wait. Well, it depends on where they're going to put that. Pogi pick up Julian, so I'm assuming that Julian is going to be jungle, so we are going to have that same damage. But then on the other side, we have Galaxy on Paquito as well. And I don't even think it matters. I know he gets up there fast when he's a jungler, but even in side lane, I mean, he's a menace even for Esmeralda and Uranus to have to deal with, because you can't out heal something if you're not given the chance, because he bursts you down so quickly. So I mean, already right now, huge damage, huge DPS coming from the side of Vendetta here, and we're definitely
Faramis and Valentina.
You pick up the Faramis here on
good
the side of the
picks,
Simpsons, and I always feel like the biggest counter for Cult Alter.
Oh, internet.
And we're definitely going to see, especially because
what the fuck is happening there?
Faramis here on the side of the Simpsons, and I always feel
I still have internet, right? I'm still here.
Cult Alter.
What the fuck is happening? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's all the loading symbols. So YouTube broke. Goes with General hack this stream, guys. What? Goes with General hack this stream. YouTube bugged. We'll fix it. Susan, fix this.
And we're definitely going to see, especially because you pick up the Faramis here on the side of the Simpsons.
Okay.
And I always feel like the biggest counter for Cult Alter.
Your kit, right? You not only can provide a lot of damage, but you can also peel. You can engage with the enhanced chains. There's a lot you can do with that. So pairing that up with a
feel like the biggest counter for Cult Alter.
Your kit, right? You not only can provide a lot of damage, but you can also peel. You can engage with the enhanced chains. There's a lot you can do with that. So pairing that up with a Paquito, eventually, you know, we're assuming Paquito's going to side lane as Galaxy has it. It could just work really well. So how do you... Vendetta, I feel like, is in a good department to counterplay against that Faramis-Valentina combo. Now, the thing is, if you're the Valentina, whose ultimate are you going to be trying to take? Because right now, there's not great options. You know, you could probably take Julian's for now, but still, there's not... Right now, depending on the last two picks, there isn't the easiest case scenario. So, interestingly enough, too, it is going to be a Gushin locked in here.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I'm assuming... I don't know. I want to assume that this could be a jungle Gushin, right? So, I mean, same thing.
He got sprint. Like hey, yo.
From what I've seen from other MPL regions too, I actually feel like Gushin can work in the jungle. The downside is, if you get behind,
where's the frontliner?
It's really hard for the Simpsons objectives. Like, yeah, you have that whole dagger placement, and you're able. to get in, kind of zip in and zip out with your kit.
You're going against a Julian and a Paquito.
So that if you do get behind as a jungler, it's pretty tough. Whereas when we saw him in the mid lane yesterday,
I guess you got the Cult Altar from Paramus,
behind,
but
I think at one point he was 0-2. He was able to crawl back up to like a 5-3
is that it?
PDA. So that's something that I'm interested to see if it does go in the jungle here, right? But last 2 picks, private, locked in by Vendetta.
Yeah, and I mean, it's been pretty much a great formula.
We're gonna see another Uranus.
It's a well-rounded
Esmeralda
and setting potential from them. I mean, you banned out the Atlas, but then they go ahead and, like I was talking about before, they pick up a Lolita, has that Numenon Blast that can set up for you. So they have something there that as far as
I like Vendetta's draft a lot
as a win condition there, and then picking up the Kagura, which is we've just got I feel like as far as damage goes, Vendetta throughout the entirety of this,
all Vendetta has to do is build magic defense
game.
right
you've
here.
got the mid, you've got the late game for them.
You got 3 magic damage dealers.
Really going to need a surprise out of the
build
Simpsons.
a couple of items.
I mean,
physical defense items for
with this
Claude and Lapu,
like
and that's about it.
An advantage that they
mainly
just
have
pressure, to have, and they want to keep that pressure on until the end
magic
game, not giving
defense.
their opponents a chance to breathe. The problem is, like I said, you've already have 2 matches with them. You've already seen how they react to this stuff. You've seen how they've gone. They're eventually going to get the advantage at some point. What do you do from behind for that? Maybe potentially using this Cult Altar as a type of counter to the engagements. So like you're luring them back.
Very weird lineup from the Simpsons.
We're gonna see if they have what it takes, because this
Lapu going to be taking a whole lot of damage when he goes in.
Simpsons, potentially the last match of this series.
I want the Simpsons to win.
Interesting too. I'm not sure if you
I want a game 4
as we load up in here to game number 3.
I want a game 5.
It's Galaxy on side lane Julian, right? And yes, it is a jungle Gusion. So that's quite interesting to see how this is gonna play out and how everything goes on in the early game, because again, still, you know, Cinderella and Nate, that is a pretty deadly early game matchup, right? It depends how they play this, but good thing for Vendetta is they have Theo on this Lolita.
It's been Irithel versus Claude every game.
Poking.
Oh, so close.
Nate actually taking a heap of damage. He's gonna have just a tiny bit of health left there before he's gonna have to go back.
I was about to say, where's the flame shot?
Too soon, as that sniper-like
I was about to say, where's the flame shot?
Ejects from Shiki and is able to find the kill in the opening seconds of this game. More damage still yet going on.
We got a
Cinderella.
sniper on the team.
Actually wants to go, trying to out-juke this Umbrella, but still taking a heap of damage. Luckily for Cinderella, there is not that short of a cooldown on the flame shot.
Calculated is what Shiki said. So, you know, that's again, that's not something you want to happen for the Simpsons this early on. Now, this is where that Gusion pick comes in, because I feel like, you know, theme of the day, high risk, high reward. It's one of those picks that can help you snowball really quickly.
Yeah, and we see Cinderella's going to have to expend that flicker as he gets popped up by Galaxy.
Already,
and that
Vendetta's showing their map dominance.
We already see the jungle.
Their knowledge on where to go.
Poggy going ahead, picking up a minion there. Simpsons are just kind of come just a few seconds too late there to actually do much about it. We have 6 seconds left on this turtle, and you have to wonder who's going to be in a better position for it, because as you were saying already, Gusion not really one of those. Okay, now we see a fight coming in. We see Lapu coming in there. Promise going to go ahead and put on the damage. Is not able to find a kill. Is going to be able to force out the flicker from the side of Vendetta there. And now they're going to move on to this turtle. Puggy trying to
They do have a Cult Altar up, so they can survive this team fight.
The turtle right now. Cinderella already at less than half health right now. Does still have that Cult Altar. Here comes the Numenon Blast. Cult Altar has been activated, but nobody finds it. So it was just Cinderella by themselves.
Got the
Fallen actually.
Got it. This is the real ML, non-stop rotations. That's true.
There does find the stun.
You gotta rotate.
Onto Galaxy there, who's gonna go ahead and find an escape. So, I mean, we were talking about the turtle. I wasn't a believer, but able to pick it up there. Cold World and Yuna finding some damage in there.
Yuna doing
they get the first
damage.
turtle. It's 2-1. Still kind of keeping up right now is the side of the Simpsons.
You weren't a believer, huh? Well, I mean, like, that's the thing. They even it out a little bit. That's working good. Galaxy probably going to be in a little bit trouble
nice
here.
By
There's
Promise
the
there.
in. So nice pickup by Promise, right? So that's going to give him that advantage, too, in that XP lane, which is crucial because
how you doing, Revamp?
We've actually seen play here in the Philippines with him, and it works out. So already the fact that he has 2 kills is actually going to be quite deadly, at least for the matchup. So if Vendetta wants to handle that and stop that from really kind of getting out of control, they're going to have to send a member there, and that's exactly what you see Galaxy doing here with Poggy. They got to pay attention to that.
Oh. Yeah, Shiki just wide, being a little clever with that flame shot, trying to find it again. And we do see that Paquito, Poggy, gets taken out down at the bottom here by Lapu. We are still putting pressure onto this mid lane. You see
hey, Abby, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead.
Long time no see. I hope you've been well.
From that and reset on the map.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, so I mean,
how's everything going?
I would say that this is a pretty, so far for an early game, this is pretty lax, right? It's nothing too crazy so far.
You're good.
Nothing,
that's awesome.
Too out of the woods.
Glad to hear it.
Fallen might be looking. Hey, he's gonna miss the dagger.
Yeah, and it does give just that moment of hesitation. That missing that dagger does give that warning
Simpson's
to
doing
Galaxy.
some work in this game
to go ahead and find an escape there as well. And those are those little things that you kind of have to be wary of. You need to be on your P's and Q's. You need to be able to land
where's
those.
Gushin going?
Especially on a team like Vendetta, who's not going to allow you to and going to punish you for those mistakes as well. We are setting up for this next hurdle right now. You do see the rest of the Simpsons trying to get in position.
You've been busy? Oh, I hope everything's been going well for you.
Right now, who is in position here, is ready.
Hope you find some free time for yourself.
This turtle lying in wait is Theo, trying to give vision of a turtle now at
have you been playing much Planet Zoo?
Is getting pulled back. Here comes the Numenon blast. Out comes the cold altar. It's going to be
Goshen again with the Lord, with the turtle.
Great positioning for him right there. Theo is going to try to use that bulwark, but is not
wrecking his life out here.
At the top, though, you see Yuna putting the boots onto that tower. Promise trying to back off there as well from the bottom. Cold World is going to have to find himself a quick escape back to the base to get healed up from that damage. Second objective.
I haven't played Planet Zoo in a long time
as well, and they are starting to edge out a lead.
I did update it the other day, though.
That was a funny interaction between the two Numenon Blasts, but I mean, it's Vendetta trying to make a play here. Promise.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Promise does activate that bravest fighter to take out Julian there. Is able to take down Galaxy and the rest right now.
Promise is carrying this team on his freaking shoulders right now. I want to say
Promise right now, who has just been a menace right now for the side of Vendetta. You do see Cinderella's going to get caught, but a Numenon Blast gets taken out with a combination of that Numenon Blast and the Umbrella. So they make quick work of them. And I want to say that right now, I kind of feel like Cinderella maybe being a little bit quick on that trigger, going out a little faster, a little ahead of her teammate.
Waiting for Ark to install so I can play that. Hey, I play Ark Survival.
And they put
I got a few videos on my YouTube
because there's nobody
about Ark
else
Survival.
To help out.
It's my favorite game. So good.
Another death there as well. It is a 3-4
Wait,
game
Fallen Ark or Ark Survival? Which one?
Gold lead.
I don't play Fallen Ark.
Like I've
seen it though.
The
looks pretty cool.
That Promise goes on this Lapu pick is
Ark Survival.
It's actually
best game
quite
though.
Scary, right? I mean, it's not a hero that you see picked up often, but when it is usually quite effective. Now again, how will that play out into the mid to late game? We'll have to see, right?
Ark Survival, right hey, let's go. Yeah, I got some videos on that on my YouTube.
Everything for him.
I love playing that game.
Yeah, Shiki gets taken out from Fallen, who is just doing an amazing job. Here comes the Numenon Blast, though. Poggy coming in. The Numenon Blast lands, and Poggy able to clean up 2 kills right now. Cinderella trying to juke and jive, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. In comes Promise. Bravest Fighter has been activated. Heavy sword stats has come in, but Poggy able to find himself and escape there as well. And man, just
that was
right
nice.
Now, able to answer back. A great set right there from the side.
It's my favorite game. I can't wait for Ark 2. Hey. I can't wait for Ark 2 as well. I'm definitely gonna get that game.
Poggy's name is because of the word poggers, but that was poggers, dude. Like the fact that was so lined up.
That was so clean.
With Theo and Poggy, the Numenon Blast, and then literally it was just a heyday for him. The 1-2 punch on 3 members, and that was just beautiful to see as they pick up Cinderella here.
Simpsons starting to crumble here.
Vendetta, man, in the past minute, just swinging things around. And now this is the time, right? Promise has 4 kills. You got to do something with it here.
Yeah, Yuna trying to escape this. Oh, Promise with some great moves there. Is able to catch Yuna, but the tower does the job for her. Is able to take down Lapu.
Oh, no.
And it looks like Promise has met his match in the tower right now. Shiki gets taken down as well, so it is still an 8-6 game. The Simpsons are still in it right now. Are they going to be able to get away? Fallen thinks twice about trying to teleport.
If I have money when it comes out, I'm going to get it on the first day it's out. Hopefully you do.
Right now, we do see that Cole Ultra has been activated.
Hopefully it's not too expensive as well.
Taken out by Galaxy. Here comes the Numenon Blast of their own. Nate with a beautiful flicker out of the Numenon Blast with a Numenon Blast
Triple
of his
kill.
own. Nate gets taken out there. Cinderella follows shortly behind, and that BMI activated by Cold World to get out of danger's way there, and it is an 11-7 game right now, Naisu.
Man, talk about just, again, chaos in every lane so far. I mean, it was quite easy and chill. I mean, Shiki's going to be in trouble here. Promise grabbing another one. I mean, there's nothing Theo can really do there in that 1v1 situation, but going back to the point, I mean, it was...
This Lapu is doing work.
Pretty quiet early game. And then now,
Pokemon?
It's just everywhere.
What is that Pokemon?
Right? So this is going to be, again,
Meow
crucial
stick.
moment.
I've never seen that Pokemon before.
Kind of that
what is that?
front line, but he also has a ton of damage every time he pops that ultimate, right? So they can work around that.
That must be a new Pokemon.
Really
I've never seen that before.
Secure this Lord. So I really want to see Promise clear that lane out, possibly get the turret, and then transition to the
Pokemon really need to hire a new person to make their Pokemon.
The Simpsons actually contesting
I really
that,
hate the new Pokemon that's coming out
on the top side.
Yeah, and
they're also stupid looking.
This Lord has popped up. This is going to be make or break time for the Simpsons to kind of get that advantage. Cinderella already getting taken out by Pogi there. Numenon Blast does not connect with anybody, and you see a Numenon Blast coming out for the side of the Simpsons as well from that IMU. They are thinking twice about finishing up on this Lord, as they're going to go ahead and turn their attention to try to push a lane to get them some type of wiggle room for when they're taking out this Lord. UDC in the back line, well in the back. Galaxy kind of up there trying to push lanes as well. It's going to give them some wiggle room. We are down to less than half health on this Lord. In comes Cold World. He's coming in with that blazing duet. Promise.
Lapu carrying this damn
right
thing.
Now. You see a kill out to Pogi. Shiki follows closely behind and Theo. It is a Lord, but you lose
this
3
team
players
is on
right
Promise's
freaking
shoulders.
The Simpsons are chasing down Vendetta.
Wow.
And man, right now, a great play by them to be able to pick off 3 players unanswered for this on the side of Vendetta.
And see what I said? I said I'd love to see Promise in that Lord fight. And, you know, he was there, helped convert things for them. Gold lead now almost very minuscule at this point. So they can play around this, even though it's only the first Lord of the game. Helps them grab that tier 1 mid turret. That's going to help them with space. It is going to get taken out really quickly, but they can still manage this, right? Manage the push a little bit, take some more resources. They might even take the red buff here over from Vendetta. So this is going to be big for them if they can continue on the onslaught here.
Yeah, you see Promise coming in with that bravest fighter. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to get out of this. Oh, Landshaker does come out with the raging slash there as well, but it's not gonna be enough to help him out as 3 members of Vendetta close in.
Or Lapu, man.
Close ranks around
Lapu's
him.
trying his damn best in this game.
He gets caught there. I mean, he's still at 6-2 right now. Right now, probably the highlight of the Simpsons team right now. He's just having such a great game, especially with all that Lapu, a well-farmed Lapu can bring to the table. Tankiness, damage, and a nice bit of CC from him.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, Promise is a very promising player because he had a great performance even yesterday, right? But right now he's kind of they just let Julian go. But eventually, Cold World is already at the point where, you know, at least he hasn't died yet. He's starting to itemize pretty well. 12 minutes in the game. That could be a huge factor for them if they can find the proper setup here, though.
Yeah, Puggy's gonna get caught with a Numenon Blast from the side of the Simpsons. Our Numenon Blast comes out from actual Lolita, and Cinderella's actually gonna have to use a flicker to get out of the way. We have minions pushing at the top. Cold World's gonna go up there. Does he realize that Galaxy is in the push? Ooh, a beautifully fast PMI from him is gonna get him out of harm's way, but they do lose that tower for it.
So we see it's pretty much dead even, right? We see Vendetta trying to make plays where they can, whether that's pickoffs, whether that's just grabbing turrets, grabbing more space around the map. Next Lord's going to be about 30 seconds away. I'm sure you're going to see both teams just clash it out for that. Again, Promise is going to be an integral, critical part of winning that, possibly the next Lord fight, right? So if either team can grab a pickoff, or at the very
Cinderella
least,
really needs to lift up their game.
That's going to give them whatever advantage they can for that Lord fight. So that's why you see them.
I gave my PC to my boyfriend, so I'm going to build me a gaming PC soon. And also my birthday is this month on the 20th.
Then fight it out.
Hopefully he gets you a PC. Hopefully he gets you some parts, at least for the PC. That's very nice of you to give your boyfriend your PC.
Comes out, only Promise was able to kind of latch onto that. Numina Blast comes in from Prompt, and Promise is going to dive well into the back line. Shiki trying to take some damage. Ooh, Cinderella gets taken out right now, and this Lord goes over to the side of Vendetta. I believe Galaxy able to pick that up right now, and they are trying to clean house right now. Pokey, bases. Oh no, Galaxy gets the base. This is 3-game a sweep for Vendetta. Takes out the
Vendetta
Simpsons.
to Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, no one was expecting
the
backdoor maneuver.
Backdoor to Vegas
on the Julian, man. I mean, it just happened out of nowhere, right? He
said when I get the parts for it, then he will put it together for me. Oh, that's very nice of him.
Galaxy knew, like, we know Promise is gonna.
Well, I hope you get a wonderful PC, Abby.
Right? So, knowing that, why don't we just have Galaxy, walk down that bottom lane and just end the game, sweep the series like that?
Wow,
that was the assignment. He did it.
And what an amazing play by them too. And here's the thing too. They kind of won that Lord fight as well. So they were already taking out members of the Simpsons.
No
so
lane priority there.
That split.
No one was watching the Julian.
So that was just a cherry on top.
Well
Galaxy,
played.
there's that forward thinking there. It's like, we're gonna keep them engaged here. Galaxy's gonna go from the back. It just amazing job.
That was a quick series.
By Vendetta there as well. The last bit kind of tipping them over the edge when it comes to the damage.
25 minutes.
A much better defense from the side of the Simpsons.
That's how long it took.
There can be only one winner here tonight for this series, and that is Vendetta. And just like the great setting potentials, the damage we were talking about coming out from both of these guys. I mean, Poggy was able to still find a decent amount. You can see there the higher score kind of on Theo for those setups and the stuns that they were able to land. It was just an amazing job done by Vendetta here.
Promise played so well,
like I was
though.
Talking about, it's pretty risky to lock in what the Simpsons did. Not only with the Valentina and a Faramis combination, but also having a jungle Gushin. Promise did an amazing job on the Lapu Lapu. He again was kind of had a lot of weight on his shoulder here, but I mean that Theo Poggy connection there was a critical moment in the game too, where things kind of just started to snowball.
Theo
was there and everything else.
So good this
series. Feel like,
again,
in the department for the Simpsons, they just kind of lacked really that well-rounded kind of team composition to face what was ahead of them. And yeah, they had their moments too, right? Again, Cold World still having one of those very similar games where he's kind of popping off, right? He's got a great KDA, he's got the items he needs, but unfortunately, once you use that Blazing Duet,
the Lords and all the Turtles went to the side of
There's not much more that you can
Simpsons.
do, and the rest
of
the
it's
team
all about that lane priority.
Be there for
no
you
one's
for
watching.
That. But unfortunately for Nate, it's more about trying to get that Numen Blast set up if you can, and then everything else.
So it's the Valley versus Vendetta.
But unfortunately for them, it didn't happen this time, and
it's going to be a good matchup. The Valley versus Vendetta lost yesterday was pretty
unfortunate,
back and forth.
Unfortunate for the Simpsons, but I mean, a great job by Vendetta. I mean, and definitely a much cleaner game than we saw yesterday. They really kind of like redeemed themselves
with those
last plays. It was just an amazing thing to watch there from them, especially seeing them against the Simpsons. With such an amazing display of I want to say maybe not something so outside the box from them.
Good game.
But a greatly executed game with a decent composition, a well-rounded composition. Like, it was textbook. And textbook is textbook for But man, we're gonna give it away to Assassin Dave right now.
Hey, Assassin Dave!
Great matches we got for tonight.
You're muted, Dave. Dave, you're muted. Dave. Dave. Dave!
Hey.
All right, but man, like we were saying, there was some great matches there, and man, we're gonna be moving on. We already know what's coming next for North America. Is they're the first and only live finals are going to be coming, and it's been a wonderful and long journey for this. For North America, I know, Naisu, you've been a huge fan already. You've already shown, and we've appreciated and seen the great support that you have for it for us.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's crazy that I've been involved for 3 NACTs, but before I talk more about that,
if you want the Savage Point Guard Ballman skin
giveaway for you guys, redeem the code to get the Savage Point Guard Ballman skin. That's that amazing basketball themed Ballman. There's only 30 winners, so go ahead, first come first serve, redeem the link in the description, and good luck, because I'm sure there's plenty of people trying to get that.
It's probably already redeemed.
Going back
already
to the point, man, I gotta say, I've loved to see the progression of NACT, the teams and everything else. And I hope it continues to grow, honestly, right? And I can't wait I wish I could be there for the grand finals, with you guys in Vegas and everything else. I've been wanting to fly back to the US and visit family and everything. But hopefully next season for you guys, next year, whichever it is. But I think this is a big moment for the NA region. I think there is, you can say there's a lot of interest there. There's also a lot of talent there. It just needs to be refined and developed a little bit more, and I think these are the steps towards that. So I think you guys are doing an amazing job, and I love watching it. So there you go. NA Grand Finals is in 2 weeks. That's Sunday, October 30th, man.
Yeah.
October 30th,
man,
6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
for matches. Any final thoughts from
early
you,
in the morning?
Final thoughts, loved it. Good luck in the grand finals, everybody. Thank you for watching and supporting, of course. And of course to you guys too, Private and everybody, Dave, Trex, all the casters involved in E-Stars. Thank you for having me, man. It's been a pleasure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the fun does not stop here. The fall season of NACT is still ongoing. You were just talking about it. Las Vegas, October 30th begins North America's first ever LAN event. The only real question is, are you guys, the viewers, any one of you guys going to be there? Because I know I will.
Luna, you going to be there?
See the rest of you got there as well. Good night, North America.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, let's play some Mobile Legends. Bang bang. Okay, my mic good? Sound good? We good? Let me fix all this stuff. Boom. This one. This one. This one. Put my chat back there. Do that. Siggy Siggy. Pew pew. Alright. What is everything fixed? Everything's fixed, yeah? Okay, Mobile Legends bang bang. Mm-hmm. 531. The global rank. That's all I care about. Alright, let's rank. Alright. We'll play a few games. I might play Overwatch later. And then I gotta do some editing. I gotta do some other things. I gotta do some invoicing. Natalia ban. Why we ban Natalia? Responsible adulting? What's that? GG's. GG's responsible adulting. You don't know what Sai's doing? He's living his life. That's what he's doing. Why would you send out Martis? I don't know why they would put up that Martis. Clint, Belmont, Selena. Changa. They can still pick Diggy. No, they can't. Never Selena. You eating over at your cousins? Enjoy your food. Enjoy your dinner. Johnson? Wait, where's Selena gonna play? Selena in the experience lane? Why would you pick Johnson? Why would they pick Johnson? They could have just picked a Diggy. If they were gonna go a tank. Okay. We're gonna play a few games. Then I'm most likely going to play Overwatch for like one game. And then I gotta go. Then I gotta go. Having dinner, enjoy it. Have a wonderful dinner. Alright, who's there in Rome? It's gotta be Johnson, right? Yeah, it is Johnson. Selena still doesn't have an item. I think she has to go EXP. Yeah, she's going EXP. Against the Paquito. Well, now we'll see if Selena counters Paquito. I doubt it though. Highly doubt that she can counter him well enough in his lane as well. Nice. Nice-o. Alright, let me go back to base. I need that health. Thanks, you're welcome. You're very welcome. This Mart is pretty good. I say he's pretty good. Who's on their team? Balmond need Dominance Ice. Dominance Antique. This Marta's doing work early. Sheesh. I don't want to show myself on the map because I don't want him to know I'm going down bottom lane. Hopefully I didn't show myself. Try. Oh no! Hear it down! Messed up. I thought he was gonna jump at me. Fool thought we were dead. I thought we were dead. Thank God. Thank God that we juked that Johnson. Lunox, come back. Where's Lunox? Oh, there she is. Why didn't Park help Martis straight away? Turtle. Turtle. I need Antique. And I need a radiant armor for that Chang'e. Who's gonna give him the Lord, the turtle? Our bottom lane. We traded out our bottom lane for that. I mean, that's not that good. Okay. Okay. Marksman just sit on that bush the whole time. Didn't push or rotate. How's the marksman still in that damn bush? Oh, we're falling apart. Alright. I think I'm gonna eat lunch after this one, actually. My stomach's starting to rumble. So, a good time to eat some lunch, do some things.
Our turret has been destroyed.
We need some lane push. Lane push is key in this game. Irithel, you could have pushed that tower. Hiya. Hot jacket, my guy. Thank you, Third John. Appreciate you. And Cake, how are you doing? Oh my god. I don't do 1v1s. What was my marksman even doing? Straight up. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, man. Okay. Sometimes you just don't know. What's the time? 11:30. Should I just finish my stream? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat some food and I'll be back later. I'm not muted. Alright, everybody. I'll catch y'all later, okay? Bye.